Good morning everybody, Spiderrichard here, and today we are doing a video on the end achievements in Minecraft. And first of all, to do these achievements, we're going to need to get ourselves some wood from this tree. After this, we're going to make our way to the beacon and grab ourselves the iron ingots out of the chest. And with said iron blocks, you are going to make yourself an iron pickaxe. So after you've done this, probably one of the most important things you're going to want to do is turn off the autosaves. So you can do this by pressing pause and going down to disable autosave, pressing OK, and then it should save your game. The next thing you are going to do is exit the game. And remember, when you exit, and always exit without saving. Once you're finally out, reload your save on peaceful. This will make things a lot easier. Once back in the game, you are going to have to find yourself some diamond, and I've made this really easy for you by finding the diamond for you. So if you go to the coordinates 35, 15, negative 106 in the tutorial world and look up from your map, you will see that you will be in front of 4 blocks of diamond, one hidden behind the other 3. So if you get your iron pickaxe and mine these, you should have plenty of diamond to make yourself a pickaxe and a sword. With your trusty pickaxe, head to the mushroom island at the top left hand side of the map, and you will notice there is a nether portal hidden inside a little building. If you mine some of this, you can build a nether portal elsewhere. Don't use this one because it's in quite an awkward spot for the next part. I found a very good place to build your portal is inside the potion shop in the tutorial area, so these are the coordinates for it, and I've built my portal in the wall just here, and you can see this is the potion brewing stand. Actually, I'll show you from outside because it's a bit easier. So where we are is we are here in the potion brewing shop, which is the first place you come to when you enter. I've built my portal in the wall there, and the reason we built it here is because when you go through it, you will end up in a pretty open area with a Nether Fortress. The Nether Fortress can be found at the coordinates 2966,114 in the Nether, and the reason we've come over here is because this is a brilliant place to get the blaze powder in order to make the Eye of Ender. So first thing we're going to do is we're on peaceful, we're going to save our game and make sure that we don't enable the auto saves. Once it's finished saving, we're going to exit and reload our game on easy. Run around the Nether Fortress killing blazes, and eventually 1 or 2 of them will drop blaze rods, which is what you are after, because you can break them down into blaze powder. A very good tip for this bit: if you get a bit low on health, save your game after every single blaze rod and then reload on peaceful to allow your health to regenerate, and then reload again on easy and get killing. You are going to need 4 blaze rods in total, so make sure you've got 4 before you leave the nether, and then break them down to make the blaze powder. If you want to make the next part of the achievement a little bit more easy for yourself, you can make yourself some potions of strength. To do this, you will need a vial of water, you will need nether wart, blaze powder, and glowstone dust, most of which are dropped by the blazes, and the nether warts can be found next to the fortress before you walk inside. So like I said, not required to do the achievement, but does help the next stage. And also you'll get the overkill achievement if you do this. For the next stage of the achievement, wait for night to begin, then save your game and exit and reload again on hard. Now that you're in the game and it is on the hardest difficulty, we are going to get our diamond sword and go looking for some endermen. I personally find it a lot easier to find the endermen on these plain bits of land where it's just like the open fields and stuff, because they are quite tall and easy to spot. Also, the deserts are quite handy too because they're flat as well. So eventually when you do spot an enderman, what you are going to do is you're going to walk up to him and you are going to save your game. Very important, save, and do not enable the autosave. Once the game has finished saving, you are going to take your potion of strength if you've decided to go with that route, get your diamond sword and go beat the crap out of Mr. Enderman. And if he doesn't drop an ender pearl, then what you're going to do is you're going to exit your game and keep reloading and killing that same enderman until he drops an ender pearl, which he will eventually. So I believe I got my ender pearl on my 3rd try of reloading and killing the same guy over and over again. So the ender pearl is this little green orb thing. Once we've got an ender pearl, we are going to save and look for another enderman. And do the same thing again, where you just keep reloading once you've killed him until he drops an ender pearl. I think the most I've got in one night was 4, so it might take a couple of nights to get all 7. But this method is pretty solid for getting those ender pearls fast. So once you've got your 7 ender pearls, you're going to head back to wherever you've got your blaze powder and make yourself 7 of the Eye of Ender. You should be able to do this by combining the blaze powder and the ender pearls together. And what else you are going to need for killing the ender dragon is you're going to need blocks of cobblestone or something, just something you can jump on top of, and you're going to need a weapon, and if you want you can bring your potions of strength too. Doesn't really matter if you do or not, because we're going to do it on peaceful, so it should be pretty simple. For the next stage, head to 226844. You're going to be right in front of the little farming tutorial area, and you're going to jump over the fence to the left, and you're going to look for the block that I'm about to stand on, which should be right about here. I believe it's 17, maybe? No, 136827. So that's the one you need to do, and you need to get your diamond pickaxe and then do a dig down. Eventually you will break through the ceiling of the chamber which holds the portal. Dun, 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 dun. Fill in the missing pieces using the left trigger and the eyes of Ender, or the Eye of Ender, and once you put the last one in, the portal should open up, just like that. Head on through and the first achievement should pop for getting through the Ender portal. Alright, now what we're going to need to do is jump on up here and fight ourselves a dragon. So now because we're on peaceful again, it is going to be super simple and our health is going to recharge and we're not going to have anything to worry about. And you can see there's Mr. Dragon. Hello! To kill the dragon, you're going to need to go to the top of each of these towers. First thing to do at the bottom of every tower is save your game in case you fall and die, because it will suck if you have to start this all over again. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our cobblestone blocks and jump on up to the top. Once you finally get to the top, make sure to stand on top of the fire before hitting it, because my god, you will go flying off the end and die. Once you've landed back on top of the platform, don't worry about the fire because you're on peaceful, so you will regenerate health faster than you burn to death, and then just do a dig down and get all your cobblestone blocks back. Then all you need to do is just repeat this for every single tower until you get to the last one, and remember to save at the bottom of every single one before you go up. After you've killed the last tower, the Ender Dragon will start flying over the top of this platform in the middle, and you can use the Potion of Strength and your sword to beat him to death. So like I said before, he's going to come down, stay there, take your potion, get your diamond sword out, and start jumping and beating him in his belly. Should turn red, and that's how you know you're hitting him. Once you finally took his health down, he will start glowing and rise into the sky, and he will drop experience absolutely everywhere. And I'm thinking you get probably level 65 from the experience he drops, which is awesome. Yeah, look at all that. After you finish picking up the experience, just jump into this little portal and the achievement should be yours. So anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this guide. This has been my guide for the end and the end achievements in Minecraft. I'll catch you in another video. Bye!